All right, Chef Ty, what are we making today?
We're doing fried fish. We're doing catfish, pollock, and whiting, and we're doing fries.
Oh, whoa, that sounds really good.
Okay.
So you're using a variety of fish today. Can you give us a little idea what the different taste or different texture of the fish is?
Well, whiting and perch. No, whiting. That's whiting and pollock. I'm sorry. And well, they're different, but everybody knows catfish has a different texture. But that's actually my favorite fish. So I love catfish. So we're doing catfish nuggets and whiting and pollock. We're going to cut those down too. And right now we just cleaned them up.
All
We're
right.
going to go for this seasoning. Using some Italian seasoning there. Seasoned salt. Make sure everything's.
So right now we couldn't tell which one is which.
Oh, yeah.
Even you can, but I mean.
Well, you know, that's definitely catfish if you can see the texture.
Okay.
And this is the whiting. And this is the pollock.
Okay. Now pollock, I've heard of before. What kind of region or what kind of?
I don't know.
Why would people?
I think that's mainly up north. I think that's further north.
Okay.
You get that fish, if I'm not mistaken. But whiting, I think that is too. But I know catfish, you can get that anywhere. Almost any pond or lake, especially around here.
So some of the seasoning. I'm looking at your cilantro lime.
Yeah.
Okay.
That just always leaves a nice taste there. Like I said, I love cilantro.
Okay. But when you're using the cilantro like lime, it gives it a little bit of a different kind of taste. You know, I'm noticing that sometimes people are using lime on things like fish and, you know, not more than lemon, but, you know, as a compliment more than.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's definitely complimentary seasoning. You know, it's not like basic like salt and pepper. Everybody use that on everything almost. And so you know, it I think as you go on when you're doing cooking, you kind of get a touch and feel for various seasonings and various ways of cooking. It's always like anything else. Cooking is an evolutionary process. You know, you won't cook the same now as you will 5 years from now, because you'll learn new things. I'm constantly learning. Even though I've been cooking for all these years, I'm still learning. And I'm glad to be able to learn new things as far as cooking goes. Okay. Oh man, let me turn this on. It's going, that's almost there.
Are you gonna do anything special with the fries? Or
Oh,
just
they're gonna
let
get seasoned there.
Oh,
They're gonna
okay.
get seasoned down too. I don't know why you put this stuff in. And that, I'm gonna go there, garlic pepper, Italian seasoning, and ranch.
Ooh, wow.
One,
right, so they've been in the freezer. Why the water?
Get the ice off.
Okay.
I don't want to put the ice. Put them in the fryer with ice on them. So. Garlic. Love garlic, especially on my fries. Okay. Pepper. You can sometimes, I mean, you can buy fries seasoned already, but I rather do them myself, so I know exactly how much I want on my stuff. So. Yep.
And what kind of oil are you using?
Just vegetable oil.
Vegetable oil?
And that oil's almost probably ready for the fish.
God, that smells good.
Thank you.
And again, one thing that we've noticed as we've been doing the podcast, you're cleaning as you go.
Oh yes, oh yes. Clean kitchen.
I do have to make a confession to you right now. Since we've been doing this podcast, and when I've been cooking at home, I've been cleaning as I go.
Really?
And it is the most efficient thing. I have my meal, and I go in thinking, from past, thinking that, oh man, I got all these dishes to do.
Yeah.
And I walk back in, and there's no dishes to do.
Yeah.
And they're right on the. I gotta buy more Dawn dishwashers.
Yeah, I know. Believe me, I know.
Is there a reason why you put the fries in first, other than do they cook a little bit faster or slower than what the fish will?
I don't think it'll cook any faster. It was just quicker to get them prepared.
Okay.
Because see here, we're gonna have to cut these down. Some of these down. We're gonna cut them down, break them into almost like a nugget type of thing. The fish, yeah, catfish already is, but even some of them gotta get cut down some. Okay, so we're gonna get these whiting, pollock, cut those down like that.
Talk a little bit about your knife. Because everything is cutting. Do you sharpen it, or is it just a regular?
These are like those Jinsus,
Okay.
and they really don't have to sharpen them. They're pretty sharp, but you really got to be careful because you can't cut yourself with them. We're gonna do these. Put them in. Okay. Ready? Yep. excess off. Get it right on in there. These whitings.
Are you cutting them at a diagonally?
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
any reason or just
No.
for the okay?
This seems like the most efficient move at this time. Got those powdered up. And these are almost ready to flip.
The use of the corn, it's cornmeal or corn. What does cornmeal do
Cornmeal.
to cornmeal do to the fish?
It's a great coating, gives it crunchiness, texture to your frying fish. Very old school. My grandmother, our mother, been doing it for a long time, centuries actually. Some people just like to use flour. Me personally, I use both. I'll mix it in here in the bowl. I'll mix both of them in. These big chunks here. These are gonna be some good nuggets. This is all catfish. This is the whiting here. This is the catfish. I always do catfish last because it's all southern beef.
Now, where do you get your fish from? You definitely weren't out fishing.
No, not this time. But I will be.
Okay.
This summer, you'll catch me. We'll do one. That'll be fresh catfish right out the lake.
Now, one of the things that I think we talked about this one time privately, the smell of fish in the house. Is there a way that you can avoid that, or?
Well, me, I like the smell of fish. Are you talking about when it's raw?
When you just like cooking it now, will the smell?
Well, it usually leaves. It doesn't stay. At least for me, I don't know about anybody else. But yeah,
Okay.
it doesn't stay long. Once everything's cooked and clean and put up, you won't really smell it. Some people don't like to smell fish before it's cooked. That never bothered me. Definitely when it's cooking, it smells. I love it. napkins absorb that.
I'm noticing on the wok as you're using that it's not really filled, like it's not over, or the oil is not over the fish, like you're like dunking it.
Yeah. No,
It's kind of like the fish is almost like floating.
Yeah.
So this isn't considered deep fried at all.
It was deep fried when you cover it all up.
Okay. A reason for not covering it all up?
No reason. You do either. Deep frying it's usually a quicker process. Well, when I'm at home cooking, I ain't in no hurry, so you don't need to be. Now, if I was probably out selling dinners or something, it'd be different because I'd have to get the customers out there as soon as possible. So deep frying would be more efficient at that time. But when I'm home, I'm just doing it because I enjoy it. I started off in the restaurant. I started off being a busboy and dishwasher, And then the kitchen crew, because the bigger hotels, you have a whole crew that cleans up behind the cooks and chefs. Because they're moving so fast and feed so many people, they don't have time to do it right then. So you have a crew. And I started off on the cleaning crew, doing the big pots and all that. And then I became the steward, so then I was running the crew for a minute. And they gave me the help hall to run on the graveyard shift. So I was pretty much by myself. I was doing all the cooking for the dealers and pit bosses from 11 to 7 in the morning. That was definitely a good gig.
Now, what made you go from drawing to cooking? You know what I mean? You were really, really good in high school. What, was it the necessity of a job, or just your mom and?
Well, my mom started off teaching me to cook. Of course, she wanted a self-sufficient young man growing up. And then for as far as the art, I got that from her too. That was a natural thing. She was really good. I just love art. Of course, we had our art teacher, Dodge, which I might add, we had an alumni from North who went to Marvel, and he created a very popular character in the Spider-Man series called Morbius. They just did a movie about him a couple years ago. That was Paul Gulacy. He's from here. He went to North, and he had the same art teacher we had.
There's somebody. He didn't do Iron Fist, did he?
He may have drawn Iron Fist.
No. I'm thinking of somebody else.
No, he probably drew issues of Iron Fist, but he created Morbius.
Oh,
the
wow!
vampire that was fighting.
Yeah, I remember that.
So he had his own movie, and it was really good. I'm pretty sure they're going to be making a sequel soon. Here we go.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Because I remember seeing Morbius on the cover of Spider-Man, and I was wondering, how is this going to be a mix?
Well, it was, and Paul Gulacy came right out of North High School, same place we graduated from.
Mr. Dobbs.
My uncle that I taught, and then he ended up, when he was going to Vegas, rest in peace, he passed away this past year. But he actually got a chance to meet Paul, but he's met a lot of the Marvel artists. He actually got a chance to meet Jack Kirby, which I was very envious of that, because I've always wanted to meet the King. And did a lot. But anyway, as far as the cooking, I kind of lost touch with it for a few years. And then once I was out maybe 3 or 4 years before I went into the restaurant, and I started there. Just took on a whole new thing, getting in that kitchen again, cooking, and people let you know if you're good. Believe me, your customers are your best critics. Especially cooking in a place like Vegas, because you got so many people coming through there. Nice crunch to them. Almost forgot. Let's do this. Now those fries are done, I can start putting the other fish. I can do that to hurry up and get it done. There we go. Look real good. Crunch on. Everything is done. Just turn it off. Okay. Some catfish. Whiting. Pollock. Okay. There you go.
All right.
That's right.
Chef Ty, tell us a little bit about cooking fish.
Well, the main thing is watching it, observing it, making sure you're not overcooking it or undercooking it. You pretty much know if you're undercooking it, but if you overcook it, it's all about paying attention. And then when you're taking it out, making sure you're getting all the grease out of it, because you don't want to, that's one thing you don't want to take too much of in. Just let it cook enough to where it's to the texture that you like the most, and just make sure all the excess grease is out of it. And I would say that was the best thing I would say about cooking fish.